This is Eric P. Martin here, and it is December the 25th, 2025. Welcome to my new series, the Learning Nutrition Network Book Club, which we'll be discussing today, Chapter 1 in the book, The Case for Keto by Gary Taubes. But I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to incorporate a little bit of animation as I'm trying out AI. So I'm going to start with this video.
In the early 1960s, a medical professor stepped into a lecture hall to present an idea that invited people to think differently about body weight. At the time, most discussions focused on eating habits and daily activity as the main influences on body weight.
So Gary Taubes in the first chapter talks about the doctor Edwin Astwood, who was a Tufts University medical doctor at the 44th annual meeting of the Endocrine Society annual meeting. And he had a lecture, he was the president, I believe, in that year, and he had a lecture called The Heritage of Corpulence. And it wasn't really well received during that time in the 60s.
He explained that hunger and energy use could be guided by internal biological systems that operate automatically. He described how inherited traits, enzymes, and hormonal signals might influence how the body stores and releases energy. The lecture added a new perspective to ongoing scientific conversations.
His argument was that this was obesity and being overweight was a hormonal generic disorder, meaning that the fat tissues were somehow changed and the body wanted to hold on to the fat. So that I found really interesting. The other thing that I found interesting was this video, just like days after I finished the chapter, or that very next day, I was re-watching a podcast on the Diary of a CEO, and there was this doctor who was talking about, she was a psychiatrist, who was talking about helping her clients and her experience in the health industry, and just her experience of trying to help her clients deal with the psychological factor of being overweight or obese. And I found that really fascinating. I would highly recommend watching that video as well. But the same problem existed during this time with Dr. Astwood, in trying to convince the medical community and his peers that being obese or being overweight wasn't about a matter of exercising or pushing your weight from the table. It has to do with, it was biological. And so that is the first chapter. If you've read the first chapter, leave a comment of what your doctor or dietitian has suggested to you if you are, obese, or you're dealing with being overweight, or you have some kind of chronic chronic illness that has to do with either diabetes. Leave a note in the comment to let me know what your doctor has said. And if you watched or read the chapter, The Basics in this book, leave me a comment and your feedback of what you think about it. Thanks for joining me, and be sure to help me support the channel by going to my webpage of Live Good products that will be coming in after this shortly. And, feel free to purchase any products that you might need. That helps supports and helps me with this mission of the Learning Nutrition Network. Thanks for joining me. Thanks.